Hello everyone, welcome to Wing Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you stopped by my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a two-page scrapbook layout using this paper pack, Florals and Bloom. I just love this paper pack. It's so just soft but yet springy and bright at the same time, even though that may not make sense. But there are 6 different patterns in this paper pack, and these are the front sides. And these are the back sides. So very pretty colors, using a lot of our new in colors, Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. And this one has Timid Tiger in it. And they're just beautiful. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing these pictures that I took on our last cruise. So these are pictures from Cozumel. And I'll tell you a little bit about our adventures in Cozumel here as we go along. So they're all just really bright colors. So I kind of like this paper pack because it's going to kind of tone down all this brightness. So let's get started. I'm going to build this on white. And let's see, where's my other page? Okay. So we're going to do 2 pages here, and I'm kind of thinking I have a sketch that I'm going to start with, and this sketch came from up my upline here at Stampin Up. So this is something that was put together for a June sketch challenge. So I'm going to start with this and kind of build on this and make it my own. So thinking about, let's see, these green, this green that kind of almost looks like pebbles, maybe at the bottom here. And let's see, this flowered piece, let me find the other piece here. I just had it and I just lost it. Where did it go? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I thought I had all these papers picked out of here. Can I not find the one piece I want? Oh, because it's on the back. Okay, I'm silly. Alright, so I'm going to use both the front and back of this one sheet of paper here. So I'm thinking the green pebbles at the bottom, and then we'll layer that up along here. I'm going to do a very linear layout here, and then we'll put some clusters kind of down here and maybe over here. I have a lot of pictures to fit into this, so I'm not sure we can get 3 clusters into it. But let me go ahead and cut the paper down into the strips, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so here's the basics of what I have cut. The sketch calls for a strip, a little skinny strip, to be put between this bottom layer and this layer. And when I was looking for something to put there, my 12 by 12 paper is kind of limited in what I have. So I don't really have any of the new in colors in the 12 by 12 yet. So I thought, well, what could I put here? So this has garden green as well as granny apple green in it. And I was digging through my stash and I thought, you know what? Why don't we put a little bit of sparkle on this? So this is a piece of glitter paper that is granny apple green in color. And I think it just really looks really cute on here. So we're going to put that between our 2 layers here. And then we've got our big layer here of cloud cover. And then, let's see, I'm going to put the pictures on. Let's see, how do we want these? Kind kind of want this one up here. I'm trying to draw in this like more granny apple green color that's in the M and in my son's shirt up from the bottom. And then let's see, we're gonna put this one here, and this is my husband and I, so we were in front of this sign. And let's see, what else have we got here that we want to put? Something like this. Okay, so I think we're going to do something kind of like this. And then we're going to put title up here, cluster here, some journaling here, and I think that's all I'm going to have room for. I'd like to get a third cluster on, but I just don't see where I really and truly have the room. But we'll see how this goes as we go along. So, next I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some stuff out we can make clusters out of. So I'm going to use, this Pretty Florals. This is the stamp set that goes with this paper pack and the dies. So there's flowers in here, and then the die set cuts these out. So you've got a lot of different floral choices in here. It makes bigger flowers, and it makes some littler ones as well. So we're going to use this. And then I dug into my stash, and I pulled out a couple of old Close to My Heart stamp sets that I've honestly never used yet. So this one was called Ahoy There. We're just going to use this little piece right here. And this one I really like. This one was Beach Day Treasures. And I'm going to use quite a few of these little pieces that go with this kind of beachy seashore type layout. So let me go ahead and get some of this glued down so it's not moving around on us, and some of these things cut out, and I will come back to you guys in just a moment. Okay, so here's the I've got my paper glued down so it doesn't move around on us, and I've got that doesn't belong there, a bunch of this stuff cut out that we're going to use for embellishments. And a lot of this I cut from the from the die set, and then I inked up. And so these particular ones, like, it's a two-step stamp, so I stamped the first layer in Fresh Freesia and then went in with the detailed layer in Blackberry Bliss. So here are the inks that I used real quickly for any of this. I used Fresh Freesia, Blackberry Bliss, Secret Sea, Timid Tiger, Cloud Cover, and Garden Green. So you kind of move these out of the way. So this is just some green leaves that we're going to use. These, like I said, were Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss, and so were these. This is Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. And this is Timid Tiger. And I just went in, it looks like I missed this one. We'll do this one. Put some ink on that one. This is just Fresh Freesia on Fresh Freesia cardstock. And our seahorses were done in Secret Sea. And this was actually, and I didn't have that in my set. This is Pecan Pie. And I stamped it and then used a blending brush to color it in. And these little things are done in Cloud Cover. Okay, so real quickly, let's go back and fix our little creature here. So we're going to use Timid Tiger. I'll just show you how I colored these in. So I stamped it with the Timid Tiger, and then I took a blending brush, and I went in here, and this is what I like about my glass mat, is I can just use this. So you just kind of tap off so you don't get real harsh lines. And just go in just kind of softly. Just kind of go around. You can always add more, but you can't take it away. So you always want to kind of start light and see what you think. If you need to add more, you can. So there, that gives that just a little bit more color. And that will dry back just a little lighter than that. So let's just let that one be. And the good thing is about this, you can just take a paper towel and wipe up your glass mat. Okay, so we're going to put this guy to the side, and I'm going to get all this out of our way. I'm going to put this here. And so in order to have, let me put the pictures back. Let's get our pictures down. So let's see here. How do we have these? So while I'm putting these down, I'll tell you a little story about this. So we had an excursion booked in Cozumel. So we got off the ship early because for months before we took this cruise, all I could talk about was I wanted to buy vanilla in Mexico. So we got off the ship early so that we could go and try to look for some vanilla to buy. So of course it's for sale in every little shop in the port. And we kept looking, you know, kind of walking from shop to shop, trying to find the best price that we could. And we finally got like all the way through the shopping, and I hadn't bought any yet because I just kept waiting and kept waiting and kept waiting. Well, then we decided it was time for our excursion, so we went back to where we were supposed to meet the group, and we thought, okay, well, we'll get it when we get back, when we get off our excursion. When we get done, then we'll get the vanilla, and then we'll go back to the ship. So this excursion lasted, I don't know, it was probably like 4 or 5 hours, so it was quite a long time, because we went to several different places. And when we got back, and it was hot, because, you know, it's hot in Mexico. So when we got back, then everybody was too tired to go back to any shop to find vanilla. And so we're like, it's okay. We're going to another Mexican port tomorrow. We'll get it tomorrow. So we did all that walking around, and we never did get any vanilla in Cozumel. I did get vanilla, just not there. So, all right, I'm just going to put these just down here. Trying to save room for my title, which is going to go over here. So, I just want to make sure they're straight, too. There we go. So, these pictures were, so this is the ship that we were on. It was Jewel of the Seas. It's a Royal Caribbean ship. And some of these were just pictures of the different sites around the port. And this particular picture up here, this is my husband. When we were waiting, my son and his girlfriend collects all of the Starbucks, like You Are Here cups. I don't know if you guys have heard of those, but so every place we ever go, she has to go and get a cup. So we went and found the Starbucks that was not too far. It was right in port, not too far. We had to walk a couple of blocks. And we got over there, and my husband and I were sitting outside waiting on him because, you know, the line at Starbucks is always long. Doesn't matter what country you're in. And so they went inside to get her cup, and we were sitting there, and my husband found this feather that kind of just blew up on us. And I'm not really sure exactly what kind of bird feather it was, but something. So, I don't know if you can tell this, but he stuck it right down here in the bill of his hat. And he thought that was funny that he had a feather in his cap. So, I took a picture of that. And we laughed all the rest of the day about him and his feather. So, okay. So, we got our pictures down now. I'm just trying to line these up relatively so it makes a straight line across the top. And then with the even here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, this one's still bothering me. Don't ask me why, but it's still bothering me. It just doesn't seem like it's straight. Okay. All right. May not be, but we're going to go with that. Okay. Now, I also cut some circles here out of the Spotlight on Nature. Oh, that's not it. Sorry, that was the mistake one. Here we go. Our Spotlight on Nature dies, which I love. You guys have seen me use these multiple times because they are so versatile and you can just use them on anything. And there's lots of dies because there's 2 different cards of them. And they all have this nice decorative edge to them, so you can use them on several different things. So I used those to cut my circles. So I'm going to put this one down here where we're going to build our cluster on over here. And this has got my journaling on it, and so I'm going to put it right over here. So let's get this one down. I'm just going to tuck it right under the picture. Kind of like right there. Okay, now we'll get our journaling down. Let's see. And I'm just going to go right there with it. Okay. All right, now let's build our clusters. What do we want? Let's see. I'm going to use these flowers. I think these are just so pretty. See if we can get our seahorses in here somewhere. I'll put that there for now. I'll put this one. We'll let him just live there for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to like that or not. So let's take our starfish. Where's our other one? Oh. Okay. I'm trying to bring some of this orange down here off of the shirts. Okay. And our little sand dollars, because I want to get those in here. Okay. And we got flowers we can put over here. Where's our, here, our timid, our cloud cover flowers. Building clusters is my one downfall, I feel like. I just don't feel it. I watch everybody else on the internet and it looks so easy to them, and it just baffles me that I can never figure out why I can't make mine look like everybody else's. I just feel like they're not near as pretty. Alright, maybe, I don't know if we're going to have room for all of these flowers or not. They're so pretty, I want to include them all, but I don't know that we have the room. Let's see, maybe we've got some room on this picture we can cover up. There's a lot of, dead space down here in the corner. So maybe something like that. There, put that there. Okay, what else do we want? We want some of our greenery. I know we need greenery, so let's put some green leaves in this somewhere. Oh, there, we can put a green piece there. I'm just kind of trying to frame down around this, around the journaling. I don't know if we're going to work this seahorse in or not. He seems a little big for this side. Maybe. Let's see. Let's put some greenery over here. And We can always trim this down if we think it's, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to snip off part of this because it just, we don't need it to stick out so far, but we just want a little bit back there. There we go. Maybe we can fit this little half piece in over here. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's see. Anything else we can put on here? That may be all we have room for. So let me get this put down, and then we'll come back and talk about our title and our finishing touches. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got most of the stuff in the clusters put down. Just got a few to finish up on this side over here. It doesn't look like our seahorses are going to make the cut because I just couldn't find any place that suited me. I think they're just kind of a little big for the, they're cute, but I can't find any place that I like them at. So I'm just going to tuck in the last couple of things into this cluster. I popped the sand dollars up on Dimensionals just to give them a little height. I think I'm going to put this one, let's see, where did I want this one? Actually, I'm going to move this down just here. I want this right here. I'll move our little shell down just a little bit. There we go. I'll put it right there. And then I've got one more little thing to tuck in here. And I think that does it for our clusters. Now, I was looking for a title for this, and I went into my Cricut to make a title. So I printed this on the Cricut, and it's going to be Waves, Wonders, and Warm Breezes is our title. So I think I'm going to pop this up on Dimensionals as well. So we'll get some put on the back of here. Okay, so we'll get the backs off of these. Oops. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we're gonna put this let's see, where do I want it? I think right just on the edge of our little cloud cover piece. Okay, and then we'll get Dimensionals on the rest of this. Take the backs off. Okay, and I kind of want to just overlap this on top of my first one just a little bit, and then the last one will get down, and then I need to find some gems to put on this. I forgot to figure out what I wanted to put. I've got some, I think I've got some new in color ones. Alright, so let's put that right there. That looks good. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, let's see if I can find some gems to put on this without having to dig too far. Here's some tinsel gems that might look good. The blues and the pinks. Let's see what we can do here. They've even got this green that almost matches our granny apple green. These are like perfect. Okay, so let's see. What color should we use? I'm kind of liking the pink ones. Well, if I can pick it up. There we go. Oops. And I dropped it. Let's see. Let's put one. Oh, I've got a dimensional back here that doesn't belong. Get that out of the way. Let's put one right here. Where else? Where else? Where else? Where else can we put one? Let's put it right there. Okay, so we've got 3 in that cluster. And we'll go over here and we'll use the pink ones over here too. And the little one down there. Okay. And I think, oh, I've got one more thing that I cut to put on this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I cut this little, it says ahoy there. And I cut a piece of cardstock out of Misty Moonlight, which matches what I matted all of my pictures in. And then I stamped this ahoy there in white ink. So let's pop this up too. We'll use some mini dimensionals for this one. Okay. Get the backs off. Okay, and we're just going to put this right here. Kind of centered above that picture. There we go. Okay. There. So I'm going to bring the sketch back in that we used. So kind of, I was trying to use this because, you know, they had something up here. So I just thought that kind of helped take up that white space that was up there. Okay, so I think we did pretty good. I'll give you a close-up here. Just really pretty colors. And you all can let me know what you think in the comments below. I would appreciate hearing from you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will have all of the product that I used listed in the description below. And I'll have a link to my Stampin' Up website. So if you see anything here that caught your eye that you would like to purchase, I would love to have you to be your demonstrator and have you as one of my customers. So that's all I have for today. And I will be back soon. I have another paper pumpkin alternative waiting in the wings. And I will see you when I come back with that. Have a crafty day.